In the fading light of an ordinary Thursday, Harper's Grove, a small town that prided itself on community and safety, was thrust into an ordeal that would test the very fabric of its identity. Emily Bennett, age 7, known for her bright, engaging smile and her fearless nature, had been enjoying an after-school playtime at the local park, a popular spot ringed by the town's modest array of shops and homes. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the playground, Emily's absence became a heart-stopping concern. Her mother, who had been chatting with another parent, felt a surge of panic upon realizing Emily was no longer in sight. The discovery of one of Emily's shoes, abandoned near the swing set, transformed concern into a dire emergency. The initial response was swift. Local police, led by Detective Sarah Lindley, were on the scene within minutes, cordoning off the area and initiating a search. Lindley, with years of experience in child welfare cases, knew the critical importance of the first 24 hours. She coordinated with local volunteers, setting up search parties and leveraging social media to spread awareness. The investigation revealed that a suspicious van had been seen parked near the park earlier that day, a detail that a local store owner remembered only after hearing about Emily's disappearance. This clue led to a review of traffic cameras and a call for witnesses who might have seen the van's movements. Meanwhile, the community rallied, hosting vigils and ensuring that Emily's story remained at the forefront of local and national news. The Bennett family, surrounded by friends, neighbors, and strangers, found solace in the overwhelming support, but were haunted by the uncertainty of Emily's fate. Detective Lindley, driven by a mix of professional duty and personal resolve, followed the van's trail, which eventually led to a secluded property on the outskirts of Harper's Grove. The breakthrough came when a utility worker reported an unusual sighting near the property, providing the last piece of the puzzle needed to narrow down the search area. The rescue operation was tense and carefully executed. Upon entering a dilapidated shed on the property, Lindley found Emily. She was scared but physically unharmed, hiding under a makeshift bed, surrounded by toys and books that seemed out of place in the grim setting. Emily's return to her family was a moment of profound relief and joy, celebrated by the entire community. Yet the ordeal left its scars, prompting discussions on safety, the importance of vigilance, and the need for stronger community bonds. In the aftermath, Harper's Grove worked to heal. Emily, resilient yet forever changed, became a symbol of hope and a reminder of the vulnerabilities that every community faces. Detective Lindley, praised for her dedication, emphasized the collective effort that led to Emily's safe return, highlighting the critical role of community vigilance and interagency cooperation. This story, grounded in the realities of a small-town kidnapping case, underscores the unpredictable nature of such events and the collective resolve required to face them, serving as a sobering reminder of the challenges and responsibilities of safeguarding the community's most vulnerable members. If you're finding value in this video so far, do me a quick favor and hit that like button below. Enjoy. In a bustling urban landscape, where the hum of the city forms the backdrop of daily life, a sudden silence fell upon the community of Eastwood. This silence stemmed from the disappearance of 15-year-old Marco Rivera, a bright student and aspiring artist known for his graffiti murals that brought color to the gray underpasses of the city. It was a disappearance that shattered the illusion of anonymity in the urban sprawl, drawing the close-knit community into a collective search for one of their own. Marco was last seen on a drizzly Friday evening, his backpack slung over one shoulder, heading towards the local community center where he volunteered after school. The rain had turned the streets glossy, reflecting the city lights in a kaleidoscope of colors, a beauty unnoticed as panic set in upon Marco's failure to return home. Detective Nina Patel, tasked with the case, faced the challenge of piecing together Marco's last known movements in a city that seldom slept. Surveillance footage provided the first clue, capturing Marco's figure turning into an alley, a shortcut to the community center, but after that, the trail went cold. The alley, known for its vibrant murals, became the focal point of the investigation, a silent witness to Marco's disappearance. The community rallied, graffiti artists and locals alike, turning their grief into action. Murals in Marco's style began to appear across the city, each bearing his name, ensuring his memory was alive in every stroke of paint, a citywide canvas calling him home. As days turned into weeks, the hope of finding Marco began to wane, but Detective Patel refused to let the case go cold. Following a hunch, she revisited the alley, discovering a previously overlooked piece of graffiti hidden in the shadows. It wasn't Marco's, but it contained a coded message, a cry for help that only someone familiar with the graffiti community would recognize. This discovery led Patel to a dilapidated warehouse on the city's outskirts, a place that had become a sanctuary for runaways and those living on the fringes of society. Inside, amidst the makeshift dwellings, was Marco, alive but in the grasp of a crisis he couldn't escape alone. He had been taken in by a group that exploited his art for their gain, trapping him under the guise of protection and community. The rescue was a careful extraction, with Patel leading the negotiation, understanding that force would risk more than just the operation. Marco's return home was a bittersweet reunion, his freedom a reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist even in the most vibrant communities. The aftermath of Marco's disappearance and return sparked a citywide initiative to better protect its youth, providing resources and safe spaces for those at risk. The community center where Marco had been headed that evening dedicated a mural to him, a testament to resilience and a message of hope and awareness. Detective Patel's resolve in the case became a beacon for the community, showing the power of persistence and empathy. And for Marco, his art took on a new meaning, not just as a form of expression, but as a lifeline that had drawn a community together, proving that even in the vast anonymity of the city, no one was truly alone. This story, set against the backdrop of an urban community's resilience, showcases the complexities and challenges of navigating life in the city, emphasizing the importance of community, understanding, and the enduring spirit of youth. In the sun-drenched coastal town of Ocean View, where waves kissed the shore and palm trees swayed in the gentle breeze, the tranquility was shattered by the disappearance of 12-year-old Mia Thompson. Mia, with her sun-kissed hair and infectious laughter, had been exploring the vibrant market stalls with her family, a mosaic of colors and cultures that painted the streets with life. As the day waned and the market began to thin out, Mia's absence became a chilling reality. Her family, initially caught up in the bustle of the market, soon realized she was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as they retraced their steps, calling out her name against the backdrop of fading sunlight. Detective Javier Rodriguez, a seasoned officer with a keen eye for detail, was assigned to the case. He scoured the market's CCTV footage, piecing together Mia's last known whereabouts. A glimpse of her, laughing with a street performer, provided a glimmer of hope amidst the growing dread. The town rallied, with volunteers combing the beaches and neighboring streets, posters of Mia's smiling face plastered on every available surface. The community, known for its tight-knit bonds, came together in solidarity, united in the shared goal of bringing Mia home. As days turned into weeks and the initial fervor began to wane, Detective Rodriguez refused to let Mia's case fade into obscurity. A breakthrough came when a local fisherman reported seeing suspicious activity near an abandoned warehouse by the docks, a place known to harbor secrets in the shadows. Inside the warehouse, amidst the rusted machinery and forgotten crates, Mia was found. She had been taken by a group of human traffickers preying on unsuspecting tourists, her innocence a commodity to be exploited in the seedy underbelly of the coastal town. The rescue operation was swift and calculated, with Detective Rodriguez leading the charge. Mia's return home was met with tears of relief and joy, her family enveloping her in a tight embrace, grateful for her safe return. In the wake of Mia's abduction and rescue, Ocean View launched a citywide initiative to combat human trafficking, providing resources and support for victims and their families. The abandoned warehouse, once a symbol of darkness, was transformed into a beacon of hope, housing a community center dedicated to raising awareness and providing assistance to those in need. Detective Rodriguez's dedication to Mia's case earned him the admiration of the community, his unwavering resolve a testament to the power of perseverance and compassion. And for Mia, her harrowing ordeal became a rallying cry for change, her resilience inspiring others to stand against the shadows that lurked in the sunlit streets of Ocean View. This story, set against the backdrop of a coastal community's resilience, highlights the pervasive threat of human trafficking and the importance of vigilance and unity in the face of adversity. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. Your support helps us keep creating awesome content for you.